I'm sorry if I'm blinding you with my hat. I just wanted to be cozy today. What's your favorite art material? As in your favorite art medium, what do you like to use the most to create? Let me know down below. My fave is acrylic paint and charcoal mixed together. So painting in acrylic and then do some line work in charcoal. I have a bunch of oil pastel videos on my channel. Yes, and I do love the medium because it's very convenient and it's portable and it's not super expensive. You get big color payoff. I like it a lot. But it's not necessarily my favorite. I really love, so for some reason, I love charcoal. I like the texture of charcoal. I like just the action of putting it on the paper, the sound that it makes, the feel that it feels under my fingers. I don't know, I like it. In my art collection, I have a bunch of mediums, a bunch of different art materials that I don't really use a lot. Watercolor is one of them. I think watercolors are beautiful. I've seen people work with them. They make so many beautiful things. I have tried them by myself a little bit, but not extensively and not really tried to render anything specific. I kind of played around with them, but I don't really know how they work for real. I know that acrylic paint is really different as a technique than watercolor. Watercolor, it kind of does whatever it wants with like the little puddles of water, and there's different techniques and I just don't know how it works. So today I thought I would do something very different. You probably heard of Skillshare. I'm not sponsored by Skillshare, but a lot of YouTubers are, and I've seen a lot of advertisement with Skillshare, and I was really curious to try it because it seemed really interesting. So I got a membership with Skillshare and I've watched a couple of different tutorials on other subjects and it's very interesting. And I thought today I would try to learn a little bit about watercolor with a Skillshare tutorial. Let's see what it gives. Okay, I got my tablet and I'm gonna go on Skillshare and try to find a cool watercolor tutorial. I don't remember how much Skillshare costs, but I'll put the information in the description if you're curious, but I know that they always have like a 1 month off or something like that with promotion when you first join. At least that's how I got mine. And I don't remember which YouTuber convinced me to get it. I just don't remember. I want to do something super simple at first. I find it's always the best way to kind of like ease into something when you set yourself up for like, not success, but more like a good experience, you know? If you do something very simple and positive and you leave the experience feeling good about it, you're more likely to come back to it or want to do it again. That's how I see it. So I try to go like the simplest possible way at first before being too ambitious. That's my way of getting myself to do it. Here there's like a cool thing that says watercolor fun, paint a floral wreath with birds. And it's 22 minutes. One is like painting loose in watercolor and it's like flowers. That's interesting. Abstract watercolor landscapes. Which one do I do? There's too many to do. I think I'm gonna go for the abstract watercolor landscapes. Okay, doing it.
And paints grey. And for the black, I'm using the Lunar Black as I mentioned. And for the brushes, I've got a flat 1-inch.
Oh my god, it looks like a mess. I'm super skeptical. No. I don't know, I'm really skeptical. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what mine looks like. Learning something new is hard. All right, I'm supposed to let this dry fully before being able to go on. I have a feeling this is not gonna work out. It's an abstract painting, but it looks super like, it looked like it rained on my painting and that it's gone. We're gonna trust the process, let this dry. In the meantime, I'm gonna try another tutorial while this is drying. See where we get. Watercolor fun, paint a floral wreath with birds. Okay. All right, I'm done both of the works. I feel like those tutorials vary a lot. Like the abstract tutorial was maybe not exactly what I wanted. I think the lady was more experimenting as she was going along. Maybe it's because it was like an abstract painting. So that was a bit more different, so I kind of went rogue a little bit. I followed what she was saying in general, but then I just added a bunch of colors that weren't necessarily in the tutorial to try and like see where it would go. So she was working with neutral tones, like neutral grays and greens and blacks. So it was very like kind of almost monochrome, not quite, but kind of. And I kind of added pops of other colors. Let me show you the difference between the two. This is roughly her works, like pretty much done. This is what it gives, and this is what I made. So I added purple, I added pops of yellow, so it's very different. So if you see my thing and her thing, mine is a lot more bold and the proportions are different. I just think it started off all kind of wrong, or I wasn't sure where to go with it. The water, I put too much water probably. It was difficult. The second one worked a little bit better. Let me show you. So we have a cute little wreath with little birds. I had a lot of fun inventing different patterns and flowers and leaves and twigs and stuff like that. I didn't necessarily follow the tutorial exactly, but I kind of experimented with different patterns like this. The tutorial was basically explaining how with a bowl you could trace a faint circle, and with kind of doodles of flowers and leaves you could just arrange it around that circle and just pop two birds in the middle. I really like watercolor. I like the subtlety and the tones that you get and the transparencies and all that stuff. It's so unpredictable. That's what's very new to me, all the unpredictable parts of it. I wonder if when you're a master at it, if you know exactly how it comes out, or if it kind of always remains unpredictable and that's the beauty of it and you just lean into that thing. So I just don't know, but I do like the process of it. It's a lot less messy than acrylic paint. You need a more minimal kind of setup, and it's a lot less messy. I love that. I think I could see myself having a small set of watercolor to go on location somewhere, you know, like if I go on vacation or whatever, Like I would bring that with a nice watercolor sketchbook. That could be really interesting. Skillshare was a good experience. And I think I'm gonna use watercolor more because I kind of love it. Tell me what your favorite material is. I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. I want to know what you like the best. What helps you create the most amazing stuff. I'll see you tomorrow.